What is going on, everybody? It's been a long time since I said this, but welcome into the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast, the only podcast that is true, always an instant classic. Almost got you there, Casey. Almost got. It's been a long time since I said that. I never opened the video up like that for some reason, um, and I think Casey just got tired of telling me to open the video like that, so I just stopped. Um, this was the episode where the round of 8, I guess is what we're calling it, started and ended, which I thought was kind of weird. Um, my only complaint, well, I got a couple of things. A lot of matches ended on roll ups, which was unfortunate. Why? Everyone knows my hatred for roll ups. It's all Chavo's fault. He rolled me up one time in Universe Mode, won my title, and I've never been the same about roll ups since. Um, a lot of matches ended on roll ups. I think it was like the first 3 matches ended up on roll ups, and then it was just weird, and I wish it wouldn't have. All the matches wouldn't have happened tonight for the round of 8 because they could have still stretched it out a little bit, gave a little bit more time for the 4 matches that would have been tonight and 4 matches for the next week. I just think it would have worked out a little bit better because we saw a lot of really good matches, and I feel like a lot of the matches tonight were really rushed because there were so many matches in one night. Um, but they still weren't. I mean, they weren't bad matches. I just felt like there could have been a little bit more time. Any overall thoughts before we get into TNA for this week? I mean, obviously we're gonna share our thoughts here in a little bit, but any just overarching thoughts about the world title series or anything?
Um, I feel like in general, I was kind of, I guess, pleasantly surprised with the round of 16. I know I said when the group play ended that it was really predictable. We kind of knew exactly who was going to win. And on some of them, they surprised me. Not in ways that I wanted them to surprise me in some matches, but I was pleasantly surprised they were good matches, even though, they could have given them more time if they, spread it out a little bit. But I guess, it all depends on how they did the tapings and stuff like that.
I do agree they did a good job of kind of surprising us because the main event, like I was, I was watching with Ryan. He was like, "I know who's gonna win. It's obvious." And I was like, "Shut up, Ryan. Shut up, Ryan. This is not. He is not gonna win. I know who's gonna win." And I don't want to spoil it for anyone who hasn't, since we haven't got there yet. But I was like, "I know who's gonna win. It's gonna happen." And then I was like, "Oh wait, shut up, Ryan." I was like, "Darn it." But anyway, let's jump right into it. We got a video package on the matches that would end up coming tonight. Kind of cool to see. Kind of set the stage. I was still at this point surprised at how many matches we were going to have tonight, but nonetheless, it was interesting nonetheless. We started out with DJZ versus EC3, and that's a rhyme all in itself. DJZ was trying to end it early with multiple leverage pins and roll ups and such early on, but EC3 kind of took control a little bit. DJZ would come back with a nice little, as he gets lifted up, drop kicking EC3. Um, DJZ capitalizing on the cockiness of EC3 on the outside, but Tyrus would get involved. He was compared to a coconut by the Pope. I don't know why. I don't know how. It was weird because he didn't even try to make it make sense. It's one of those things you say and it doesn't make sense, but you realize it too late after you already said it, so you just say something else. He said it and he was like, there's no backing up from this, is it? EC3 goes for the EC3 splash, but it's reversed. DJZ hits a nice missile dropkick from the top. Nice neck breaker by DJZ. He tried to hit his little swinging in from the outside DDT, but it's reversed and ended up hitting a nice DDT anyway for a near fall. Corner Hurricane Rana on EC3. He tries to go for the Hurricane Rana again. It gets reversed by EC3 into a nice, beautiful sit-out power bomb, followed up by the 1%er for the win by EC3. I don't think it was necessarily surprising that EC3 won this match. I think we all expected it, but I think it was a pretty good match. Another, like, I still agree with the fact that we're still seeing matches we haven't ever really seen before. And I think this tournament kind of lets us see, kind of how much talent TNA has. Although they have a small roster, they do have a lot of talent on the roster. Any thoughts on EC3 advancing to the round of 8?
Yeah, we definitely got a bunch of matches that we wouldn't otherwise have gotten. Like, I don't think we ever really would have gotten DJZ versus EC3. Just because DJZ isn't really in the kind of world title hunt picture. Not that he couldn't be, because we always say with TNA, everyone has a chance at the title. It's not like WWE where if you're a cruiserweight size guy, you pretty much have no chance at the title. TNA, everyone kind of has an equal chance. So you could see him in the title picture. It's just at this point, you wouldn't really see him in a match any other time with EC3. So it was a good match, and he held his own with EC3. It wasn't like a complete jobber match. EC3 didn't completely run away with the match, which was good. There was points where you kind of thought DJZ might actually win this match. It was pretty close at some points, but as we predicted, EC3 gets the win. I'm pretty sure he's gonna make it to the finals most likely. It seems like they're gonna do that with Matt Hardy. The match that they were gonna have originally, they're still gonna have, but they're just gonna throw a tournament in the middle.
Yeah, that is kind of funny. Just throw a big freaking tournament in the middle. Gail Kim talks about the Knockouts division, how respected they are and whatnot, and how she will show that she's here to win it all. Any thoughts on Gail Kim's interview before her match with Tigre Uno?
I was excited about this match. I was getting pumped for it. I just wanted to see. I think I was most excited for the Gail Kim and Awesome Kong matches, just because this whole series I've been excited about the Knockouts theoretically having a chance at the world title. I think that was one of the big things about it that was exciting. So I was just excited to see how the match was going to go and just see how they would work together. Because we've seen matches with men against women in other promotions. It's weird seeing it in like a mainstream sort of promotion like TNA. You're never going to see in WWE. So, but I was just excited to see, what they would do. Obviously they're similar size, so there is a lot that they could do.
All right, so next we would get Tigre Uno versus Gail Kim. The thing was with this match, Tigre Uno was kind of confused throughout the first little part of this match. Like, what do I do? And you can kind of compare this to like if you ever played flag football and they let girls on the team, and especially even when you get older, they let girls on the team, and you hand the ball off to the girl, and you're kind of like, if we hand the ball to the girl, they won't go for the flag because they don't want to touch her in a weird place. So that's how I felt when I watched the first part of this match. Like, Tigre was like, she's married. And it was so funny watching him. And Tigre Uno kind of gives off this vibe of like what's going on anyway, just because of the mask and whatnot. So watching him at the beginning of this match and watching Gail Kim just go after him, I kind of like how they did it. At first I was like, I don't know, kind of weird. They're kind of making it seem like he doesn't know what he's doing and whatnot. But I kind of liked it because that's in reality, that's kind of how you would feel. Like if you ended up getting in a fight with a girl, you'd be like, I don't really know what I'm supposed to do right now, or even a wrestling match. I feel like even like a true like amateur wrestling match, you still kind of be on edge a little bit about what to do. But Kim was going for those roll ups because she. You're going to be unsure. Kim going to take advantage. Shout out to Gail Kim for taking advantage, though. Trying to go for O'Connor rolls and roll ups and whatnot. Uno starts to get frustrated, and then he gets into the match using his quickness. Both of these competitors are really quick, so you can kind of see the differences in quickness and whatnot. And he gets caught with a crossbody by Gail Kim. She locks in the Black Widow on Teague Uno. Then she gets dumped up to the outside, which looked actually really painful. The way she took it, she fell. She hit the apron and then fell to the ground. I don't know if it would if it would be that way if a male took it, but for some reason with her, it seemed like she took it really awkwardly. Then she got hit with a springboard crossbody by Teague Uno, and it looked like her head kind of hit the floor a little bit, which kind of looked like it hurt a little bit too. I was like, ow. But Gail Kim does come back with a little quick attack, figure four on the ring post. Shots go for the defeat, but Teague Uno ends up sitting on it for the win, and ends up winning with the kind of a leverage pin. I was just surprised they ended it that way because I was like, it actually was a pretty good match, especially considering the dynamics of it with a male working with a female. It's not common, so they don't have like history. They're not. I felt like there was a lot of pressure on these two and Awesome Kong and Jesse Goddard later on to kind of work together because you don't see it a lot, so you don't have that history. You haven't really fought a person like that, so you don't have the chemistry between each other. So I think they did a pretty good job with it. Not necessarily a fan of the ending because I'm not a fan of leverage pins, especially in a big big tournament like this where like you're fighting for an important prize. It just doesn't make any sense to me. I don't like for title matches to end that way, especially if the title's going to change hands. So I don't agree with it in the tournament fashion. Casey, any thoughts on this match, the ending, the match, the way they work together, anything?
Good match. She did start off with all kinds of rolls. She did these roll-ups. She did a California roll. She did a spicy tuna roll. She did a crab roll. She did.
Was there a yeast roll in there?
I think so.
Did Jameis Winston join the? He got the crabs on deck. So
I think he was there. I think he was in the front row. But this was a good match. I was, there was a couple, moves where, I was hoping Gail didn't get hurt. Especially, when she got thrown out, that was a hard landing she took. And then the cross body, just the way he landed on her, didn't look too good. So I was just waiting for her to get up and be okay. I was like, oh, all right. But it was a good match. I was really surprised that Teague Uno won. I felt like the entire match he was the underdog, which you normally wouldn't think of that with a girl versus a guy, but he really felt like the underdog in this match. And I just think that goes back to the fact that Gail Kim is so big in the company. She's not a huge lady like other people, but like figuratively big. She's been there since the beginning. She's the first Knockouts champion. But it was a good match, though.
Shout out for TNA for taking a chance here with this, though. And if they do this tournament in the future, they would obviously take a chance with a woman winning later on, and it would kind of even be surprising because neither one of them got the victory in this in this year's tournament. I was surprised too with Teague Uno winning. I felt like Gail Kim would go over, and I was like just anticipating because I felt like EY would go over too, and I was like, just imagine how much heel heat EY would get for power driving Gail Kim. Like, just imagine that. I was thinking about that, and I was like, if they do this and EY advances, because that's who she would end up having to face in the next round, you want to talk about some heel heat. There you go. I just thought that would have been interesting. I was kind of hoping she would have won just to see if they would have went with that, like the pile driver on Gail Kim. Did you ever think about that? Like, because I definitely thought, I was like, EY pile driving a lady. I could see it happening.
I didn't really think about that, but I could definitely see Gail Kim like definitely going for that move. At least in creative. I know they would kind of, obviously you're going to kind of not be sure if you want to do that in a match with a female, but I could see Gail Kim being like, yeah, let's do it. Let's do that. And it would, bring a lot of heel heat to Eric Young. I'm still, unsure with really what they're doing with Eric Young in the long run.
He's gonna win the title. We get it, okay, Casey. He's gonna win the title. He's a maniac. He's not gonna stop. He's not. Look into his eyes. Look into his eyes.
He's not gonna make it. Did I not mention that they were gonna have the match anyway, but they were gonna put a tournament in the middle? We already know what the match is gonna be. It's gonna be Matt Hardy versus EC3.
Alrighty, let's continue. We got Davey Richards versus Bram. I got a match I want to give you, but I don't know what it is yet. So, you have a match in particular you want to talk about?
What are the matches there? I'm trying to remember. Totally. I took notes though. I did.
Oh, did you? Yeah, because I'm the one that's not prepared.
It's all up in here. It's all up in here.
Oh, is it? Oh,
yeah.
Is it now?
Yeah.
Is that right?
I just need a refresher on what matches exactly there was. I know there was Bram and Davey Richards.
I didn't just say that. We had Eli Drake going up against Mahal. We had who likes to dance and likes to fight. Okay. Because he likes to dance, he likes to fight. I get it.
No, more because of Eli Drake.
Eli Drake. I love how he says that. There's just a lot of qualities about Eli Drake as a wrestler I really like. He comes off as a prick, though. I'm glad they turned him heel because I was sitting there watching. I was like, I hate this guy. Get him off my screen. He's such a prick. But we got Davey Richards. Davey Richard. No, doesn't work as well with Davey Richards. I tried though. Davey Richards versus Bram. Bram was throwing Davey around, and he would talk to him a little bit. I like that about Bram. He'll tell you about yourself. Come on, Davey. Come on. I like that about Bram. I don't know what it is, but I like that he does that. But Richards was starting to pick up the tempo. The apron kick that he wanted to go for. He had pumped it up. He had slapped it around. He was ready. Was reversing to a face buster on the stairs. Ow. Richards then runs Bram's face into the stairs, though. We get the double foot stomp from the steps to the floor by Davey Richards. Missile drop kick by Davey Richards. Exploder into a double foot stomp from the top for 2. Good false finish there because I thought it could have been over right there because this was one of those matches that was kind of a toss-up. I didn't know who would win. Creeping Death gets reversed into an F5. I don't know what you actually call that move, but Brock Lesnar told me to call it an F5, or he'll take me to Suplex City, so I'm gonna call it an F5. Dark side of suffering attempt by Bram gets reversed into an inside cradle for the win by Richards. I was feeling like inside cradle, really, but and it's a little bit different when you really feel like they're the underdog. But like with this one, like I said, it could go either way. And I guess technically Richards was the underdog because he's like group tag team specialist. I get it. But, no, stop it. Please stop it. But yeah, I think this was a good match. I once again, another one of those matches you wouldn't really expect to see. You don't really know how they would end up going against each other unless Magnus came back and Bram and Magnus was together, and then we had Magnus versus the Wolves or something, But one-on-one wise, you wouldn't expect it. But yeah, Richards advances. I'm glad. I'm happy about that because I like both Bram and Richards, but I know Davey Richards can put on a good match in the next round. I don't know who he's going up against off the top of my head, but it should be interesting nonetheless. Any thoughts on Bram versus Davey Richards? I'm just not even gonna try it. Davey Richards.
Well, first of all, I'm excited for the roll-up revolution. You just got to give roll-ups a chance. Give roll-ups a chance. You know, I wasn't. Part of me really knew that Davey Richards was going to win just because I feel like he's a lot more over.
Bram's still suspended? Is that what you're trying to say? Bram's still suspended and we know it?
Yeah. And I feel like Bram is one of those guys, even when he's not suspended, they just don't know what they're doing with him right now, especially with Magnus gone. He doesn't – there's really no storyline that they have him in. They just kind of throw him around into random, like, go randomly beat up on this person for no reason because – and then we'll make a storyline after you do that. We'll make it up and it'll make sense, but not really. I feel like they keep doing that with him, and they just need to figure out an established storyline with him. But I expected Davey to win. Davey Richards, because I mean he's a wolf, and you don't mess with a wolf, because a wolf will bite you. They run in packs, even though this was a one-on-one match, and Eddie Edwards was nowhere to be found because they don't cheat. They're good guys. They don't cheat. But this was a good match. I liked it. I'm excited to see what they do, how far he goes. What happens within the next round of 4, whatever. Yeah, but 8, 16, 12, 27. I don't know. I know that there's a match after this tournament, and it's going to be Matt Hardy versus EC3. That's what I know.
Alrighty, the next match is yours. Eli Drake. I don't know if you can still see me. My flash script is being really weird tonight. But Eli Drake going up against Mahabali Shera, who likes to dance. He likes to fun. He likes to fight. This was actually Ryan's first encounter with Mahal Shera post-Revolution.
Oh. Hey, Ryan, how did you like Jinder Mahal?
He said he liked him better, by the way.
We got Eli Drake versus Jinder Mahal. This was a good match. I don't like whatever the hell that thing he wears to the ring, but I really like Eli Drake. And I've been thinking about this the past couple matches or last couple like promos that he's done. He kind of reminds me in his promos of like a young Rock. Back when the Rock first, turned heel. Just the way he talks, it reminds me so much of a young Rock, which I love. But he was cheated out of this match, because Eli Drake he would have been too much for whoever was in the finals. He would have been too much. They wouldn't have been able to take it. It wouldn't have been a fair match. Is basically what's going on. So they had to fix this match so that Jinder Mahal would win. Because he liked to dance, he liked to fun, he liked to jog on bridges. He did that in a promo. You don't remember that? He was.
I saw it. Yeah.
He likes to do that. I don't know why. But well, he'll get the title one day. They didn't think The Rock was going to be champion, and he became champion. So Eli Drake will one day be world heavyweight champion, and that's not an insult. That's just
a fact of life. Oh man, everything about Eli Drake, but besides like his pricky attitude, makes me like him. I'm gonna give you another match because I'm about to switch because I'm really confused on why my script is being weird. So, but before that, I I love this match. I love these two. I love Mahabali Shera. I like to dance. I like the fun as well, Mahabali. So we understand each other. We're on the same page. Um, but I knew Shera was gonna win. It took a lot in me when I was filling out my bracket. I don't know if you guys filled out your little brackets. They had little brackets on TNA ImpactWrestling.com. I don't know if you guys filled out your brackets, but it took a lot in me to not send Eli Drake to the finals because he had to face EC3. I think that's the only reason. And plus, I kind of wanted some free tickets. But I think my bracket's busted like March Madness anyway. Um, I like this match. This was a good match. Eli Drake is a freaking prick. Like every time I hear that man talk, I'm like, I hate him. I hate him a lot. Um, but he makes me want to go around and just be like DJ Beal. Just do that all the time. Like somebody be like, "What's your name?" D. They'll be so confused, but I won't care because Eli Drake does it. So I won't really care. I like the guy, man. I hope they really go for something with him. I was liking his Galloway Drake thing they had going on before this tournament started. I hope they kind of keep that going. I think that could be really, really good. Um, this was a good match. Cheryl ended up winning with the Sky High. I wasn't surprised. Cheryl looks really good for a big guy. He can move around and whatnot. He might turn into Flahabali. I tried to go with the fly thing again. It did not work. Um, we got Flyer Jacks, we got Fly Back, and now we got Flahabali Shara. Okay, we're getting there, baby. Everything's gonna have a fly in it by the time I'm done. So maybe they'll bring some springboard moves or something. I can see it. I can see it. Next, we got Matt Hardy planning on twist of fating people and winning. He says, as Ryan says, "Why, Matt Hardy? I hate you." Ryan is not a fan of Matt Hardy at all. I didn't know this until I was watching the show with Ryan. He was like, "Why are you still on my TV?" And I was like, "Oh, I didn't know you hated Matt Hardy that much." He likes Jeff. He loves Willow, but Matt Hardy, no, no. Daniel Bryan esque even. But I'm gonna give you Matt Hardy versus Bobby Roode while I change platforms here.
He's gonna leave us. He's gonna leave the podcast. He's never gonna come back. Oh, cannot believe this. But it's okay. It's okay because we got a good match coming up, and he's gonna miss it because he's probably just switching right there. He's not even gonna leave. He's gonna come back and already be in here when he leaves and then leave. It's gonna be confusing right now because you're gonna see two DJs and you're gonna be all confused, and he's gonna come in and be like DJ Beal. But anyway, we got Matt Hardy versus Bobby Roode. Whoa, I just heard myself twice. That's weird. But anyway, yeah, we got Matt Hardy versus Bobby Roode. I have to admit they got me a little confused on this match. Because I know who's gonna be in the finals, but occasionally they kind of trip me up a little bit, and they put Matt Hardy in a match with Bobby Roode. Bobby Roode is he's a good wrestler. He's good. He's not my personal cup of tea, but he's a good wrestler. So I like him. But when the match is already set, when it's gonna be Matt Hardy versus EC3, there's nothing that can change that. And we knew Matt Hardy was gonna go. What is it? 4, 5, 6, 7, like 10-0. I can't think of how many matches there are, but he's gonna go undefeated, like the Carolina Panthers. He's just gonna go all the way through, and make it to that final. And Bobby Roode is not gonna stop him. Because I mean, let's face it, Bobby Roode, he's already the longest reigning TNA World Heavyweight Champion. I mean, what more does he want? What more could he possibly want? I mean, he's already been a member of Team Canada. He's already been a part of Beer Money. He's all the thing he just has to, get out of his contract, go over to WWE, and have WWE make their own version of Beer Money, because that would be what WWE would do, basically.
Money beer.
Money beer. Wait, no, it's the PG era. It would have to be Root Beer Money.
Yes. Yeah. This match was pretty good. Matt Hardy, as much as his knees make me not want to like him, it's
all your
he's
knees,
pretty
good.
He's pretty good. He's still got some moves in the ring. He doesn't let like the problems with his knees like affect him too much. You know what I mean? Like you can tell they're there, but still, he does a pretty good job in the ring. I'm entertained. I am entertained by Matt Hardy when he gets in the ring. I just personally am. Now for Ryan, he is not. He is not entertained by Matt Hardy. But this match was pretty good. I liked it. The false finishes were good. Anytime you put Roode and Hardy in the match, I think it's going to be really good. So my question is, since we know the match, we know that it's going to be Matt Hardy versus EC3. Is Jeff Hardy going to cash in his briefcase for the World Heavyweight Championship that he got from Magnus during that match? That's what's going to happen. I see it. It's going to happen. Jeff Hardy's going to come back, cash in, and Matt Hardy's going to get screwed, and it's going to be Roman Reigns all over again.
What's going to happen is that is going to happen. Jeff's going to cash in, but then Tyrus, he's going to cash in his challenge. It's going to turn into a fatal four-way. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah. All right then, I'm excited. I do hope that this tournament ends on the new channel though. They always try to do that, but I don't know if it's gonna work this time. They always try to have something big when they switch channels. I can't. I'd have to like count it out like through the days if it's gonna actually work. I don't know if it's going to. I'll probably count it out like this week before this week's episode and see how it works out. But if they keep trying to throw it all in the same episode, I still don't think that's going to work. And that might be what they're trying to do. What they're going to try to do. What's going to happen is they're going to get to a point where it didn't line up like week. And greatest TNA match. They try to pull the wool over our eyes, but we know what's going on, TNA. We know. Let's continue though. We got a Drew Galloway interview that was quite intense. He said some things, and I liked it. I like the beard. He's getting that playoff beard because we're in the tournament, and he's got that playoff beard. It's ready. We're in the tournament, baby. So he's ready. Any thoughts on the playoff beard? And I ain't talking about Ryan Fitzpatrick. I love the man, but we're talking about Drew Galloway, right?
But is it willing and Gable?
It's even ready,
I mean, it could be ready, but I don't think it's willing and Gable. And it's a waste of a perfectly good playoff beard because he's not going to make it that far. We already know who's making it to the Super Bowl of this tournament. It's going to be Matt Hardy versus. I wish. Grado
versus Rockstar Spud.
Grado versus Rockstar Spud in a WLC match for the World Heavyweight title. Yep, that's going to be the match. They're gonna surprise us
for the Wii Heavyweight title. They're playing on the Wii. Let's continue. We got the man going up against the woman. We got Jesse Goddard, the man. I actually really like this gimmick. I don't know why. It's natural for Jesse Goddard because he is one cocky
Dick.
SO. Yes, he is. And the way he started this match was just in complete Jesse Goddard's fashion. Like, if you take Jesse Goddard out of TNA, put him on Big Brother, I could see him going up to a girl in there and being like, you just want to touch this body. I'm sure he did that. I wasn't watching Big Brother at that time, but I'm sure Jesse Goddard did this when he was on Big Brother. I'm gonna go back and watch it just to see him do this. Jesse, he gets the microphone because it's Jesse's time. He says, "I know you're not out here to wrestle. I know you're not out here to wrestle. Well, you're out here to wrestle." In quotation marks. He says, "You just want to touch this body, He says every woman out here wants to touch this body. Cue Val Venus, all the screeching teenage girls and like middle aged women screaming for him. He says, what more would you want than a kiss from the man? And then does the worst pucker ever, like everyone does when they're about to not receive a kiss. Kong, she hit him with that 2-piece and a biscuit, real quick, real quick. She hit him with that shot to the face. She was not playing around with Jesse. He shouldn't have been playing too much. He tries to, he thinks he's in control. He tries to out quick her a little bit. Tries to go for that corner splash. It's missed. Kong follows up. Couple of body slams. I mean, he came out there with a couple of body slams. Shout out to Awesome Kong doing those body slams. Goddard needs some time though. He's like, time out. I'm gonna go back here. I'm gonna check and make sure my body still looks right. Make sure the oils are all ready for the match and whatnot. Because Jesse, that's what he cares about. He's the man. The modern day Adonis, which I really like that nickname. I don't know why. The modern day Adonis, as Pope calls him. Modern day Adonis daddy, as Pope calls him. He needs some time, but what you think Awesome Kong is gonna wait? She ain't gonna wait. She is not gonna wait for Jesse Goddard to come back in. She goes chases after him very slowly. And then Goddard runs and tries to hit her with a little back elbow real quick. Didn't really happen. Didn't hit that back elbow. My mic is working. It's working perfectly, actually. Google Plus. Screw you. Wait, what?
It is.
It is for once. For once in my life, it is. but Goddard hits that thumb to the eye. Real quick. Hits that thumb to the eye, trying to get that momentum, as they call it, going. He misses the splash again, goes flying over the steps. I mean, he had the hops though. I ain't gonna lie. He had that vertical. Big splash by Awesome Kong, gets reversed in the ring, but Goddard hits that rope. Moment here. Where do I put my hands? Trying to roll her up. He's like trying not to be uncomfortable. I was surprised they ended this one like this too. I expected at least one of the females to advance, but it was surprising nonetheless. I was upset though because going into this match, I'm like, Awesome Kong's gonna win, and it's unfortunate because I like Jesse Goddard a lot. Because you want to touch this body, Casey. Do you want to touch the body? That's all I want to know. It's there for you. Every woman. Well, any thoughts on this match, or Jesse Goddard's in general? The man, modern day Donuts.
I mean, if we're talking about Brooks' body, then
Alexa Bliss's body.
all kind of
Sasha Banks. Bailey. Oh, okay. Continue with the point. Carried away.
Sorry. What? But
talking about TNA, right?
Yeah. He was being all cocky and oh, you want to touch this body. And see, the problem is that a real man can handle it rough. And he just can't handle it rough. That's the thing. She just wanted to be a little bit rough, She likes it. You know
what, Jesse? I don't think Jesse's had that much woman though. I think that's what the issue was.
He can't handle that much woman. He again, a real man can handle all of that woman. Again, I was surprised that they didn't, like you said, let at least one of them win, either Awesome Kong or Gail Kim. But I thought the finish was kind of funny because they were like, he got a handful of tights, and they showed the replay, and I'm like, no, he didn't. He didn't know what to get. He was so confused. He was like, do I grab the tights, but then what do I do? I was like, oh, it was.
You would think, man, he's the man, the modern day Adonis. He would know what to do in this situation, right?
To quote DJ, she's a huge lady.
Oh man. Let's continue. We got the Bearded Terror, the world class maniac. Look into his eyes, Casey. I'm just gonna start saying I'm gonna just go up tomorrow to some random person and be like, look into my eyes, and they're gonna be so confused. But we got EY versus Kenny King. As soon as I saw these two gonna have a match together, I was like, it's gonna be really good. Once again, this is one of those things where I kind of wish they would have had a little bit more time because these two guys can go at it. Kenny King's trying to go with that technical approach early. He gets taken outside though, because that's where EY thrives. Because he's crazy. He's a maniac. Look into his eyes. EY trying to celebrate. He's like, "Whoa, I did it!" But Kenny King comes back with a springboard corkscrew, a little kick there. Corkscrew actually was a little splash. King, those eyes. He's getting those eyes. Look into his eyes. He will get your eyes. He's getting those eyes. EY hit with the spine buster for 2. It was a really ugly spine buster. I'm glad they said he didn't get all of it because he didn't. He tries to go for the royal flush, but it's reversed. EY hops, like just hop. I feel like EY is getting to that Kyle O'Reilly point. He can just hit you with a power driver out of anything. He just hops right into it, just hops right in. He might hop right up, like just do a front flip real quick and hit you. You never know with EY. Hits that power driver for the win. EY advances, and I'm excited because I really like this heel EY. I would love to see a title run with this heel EY. I don't know if they'll do it, but I hope they do it. I think it would be great. I think they could he could I don't like saying this type of thing about the title. He could defame the title, make it his own title or something. I think they could go a lot of places with EY as champion. So, look into his eyes, Casey. Look into his eyes. Casey, thoughts on his eyes or the match? Either one.
Well, first off, I feel like going into any Kenny King match, I'm a little bit confused because I don't know if he's a face or if he's a heel. In one company, he's a face. In another one, he's a heel. It kind of goes week to week on TNA. I don't know. I really don't.
I'm gonna tell you though, one thing I'm clear about, he is the king of the night. So I'm gonna keep it dark. I forgot. I was excited for the eyes. So I had forgot. So I'm for the next match. Actually, it might be the main event. I'm not gonna keep it dark for the main event. But I'm just saying he's the king of the night. So just look out.
I kind of expected EY to win. Just because he's having a more, at least in TNA, getting more of a push than Kenny King, I feel like. And I don't know, I haven't really looked online to see really what's going on with Kenny King's contract because I know he was back in Ring of Honor. So I don't know with after this taping if he is officially back in Ring of Honor and not in TNA. I haven't really checked. But I felt like it was a good match. I feel like both of these guys can definitely put on good matches together. I'm kind of offended that you would compare EY to Kyle O'Reilly because nobody is like Kyle O'Reilly. Okay, he could have you in a submission right now. You wouldn't even know it because he's so good until you tap out. Actually, you probably would know it because it would hurt. But he's that good. I can't hear you. Your mic went out again.
Shut up! Don't talk to me. You have to know it to tap out. It's just how it is.
Yeah, but you don't compare the two. Because he's on a completely different level. But I like this match. I'm curious to see what they're gonna do with EY in the next round.
Agreed. I may not get to do that again because Kenny King might not be in TNA anymore. I'm sad. All right. Let's continue. We got the main event of the evening. Probably one of the most shocking matches of the night. Because I was talking to Ryan. Ryan was like, come on, Galloway. You ain't going to beat the Destroyer, Bobby Lashley. And I was like, bruh. I was like, come on, man. So because I was expecting it to be, Galloway, EC3, and Matt Hardy at least being the final three, but I guess not. They tricked me. This match was really good, though. I'm glad we got to see this match. I was a little bit of me was like upset that Lashley ended up losing. I mean, Lashley ended up winning, but a little bit of me was happy about it because I wanted to see Galloway advance, but I feel like they took away a lot of what Lashley was when he was the champion because he was so, I personally as a fan had gotten to the point where I was like, who's gonna beat him? Then he got beat on that fluky freaking roll up crap by
roll ups.
Freaking Roode. But he just had such a dominant title run. He just looked really good. He looked a lot better than I had seen him in WWE. And he just had some really good matches. And this was no surprise that this was a good match too between these two. Obviously, they're very talented. Both men were jockeying for position early. Last transition into a sleeper hold. That man, he might be huge. He might be like five of me, but he can wrestle. I tell you. Galloway, throwing his body around and kind of take control, but Lashley comes back. Nice little delayed vertical souffle.
Your mic's out again.
Is it out? Is it really out though? Is it completely out or is it tripping? It's tripping. Lashley would hit the German into the belly to belly, which was there. Galloway gets caught into a power slam for 2. Neck breaker by Galloway for a near fall. Finley told me to say it, so I didn't know. I don't know what to call it anymore, so I just call it the Celtic Cross. Shout out to Finley for that one, even though he's not Irish, but that's okay. He tries to go for the Claymore to the big shotgun kick attempt, but it in by Bobby freaking Lashley. I like Lashley, man. And not just because he's black, I mean, he, that might, it's big, he's a big fella, but Lashley's good, man. For a big guy, like he's one of those guys you really like to watch in the ring because just because he's big doesn't mean he can't do anything. But this was a good match. It surprised me. The ending of this match surprised me. I wasn't expecting a spear, but wasn't expecting a Lashley win either. So, good surprising results. I hope he goes a little bit further. I don't know who he faces in the next round because I can't remember. But Casey, do you have any thoughts on Bobby Lashley against Drobby Galloway? Okay, it didn't. I was going with the Bobby versus Bobby thing, but the other Bobby wasn't in this match, so I couldn't. And I made some things. And Casey, thoughts?
Anyway, you were a little bit upset. You said you were a little bit upset. I was a lot of bit upset, because I wanted to see not Bobby Lashley go on, because not Bobby Lashley. He had his title run. He had a pretty good title run. It was better than Magnus's title run, which is always good when it's better than Magnus's title run. But I wanted to see Drew Galloway get there, get him. They felt like they were really pushing him towards the title, even though he wouldn't get to the finals because we already know. We've said it before. We'll say it again. It's gonna be EC3 versus Matt Hardy. But it would have been cool to see him advance farther than Bobby Lashley. I don't know why they went with Bobby Lashley. I just don't think he needs to kind of be in the title picture right now. I feel like there's other things they could do with him. There's a lot of things they could do with him. I feel like, I feel like it would have been better for Drew Galloway to advance, but
the man is a destroyer. Didn't MVP tell you? Didn't MVP tell you what he was? He told you he was a destroyer, and he destroyed people.
Where's
destroyed
MVP
Drew Galloway.
Where you end up?
He's gone, but you can still be good without MVP and the Beatdown Clan and who is it? Low Key and Samoa Joe. I miss you, Samoa Joe. Glad you're in NXT though. Still good to see you. All right. TNA is done with.
I miss you, low key. Where you at though?
Miss you, low key. All right.
I miss you popping out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's true. He was really, like the definition of out of nowhere. But there we go. TNA Impact Wrestling review for 12/2/2015. I'm excited for next week. Today, I'm excited to watch this next episode. It should be fun. Hopefully I can get on a better schedule after finals week because it's finals week and busyness and college. But that's just how it is. We're still getting them out to you. So regardless, we're pushing. You might not always be on time, but at least you're there. That's always been my saying. Anyway, it's true. It's true. You can't learn in your bed.
Can I say that at work?
No, you can't. That's not.
I may not have been on time, but I'm here.
Alrighty.
After my shift, I may not have been on time, but I'm here.
Alrighty, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a comment, give us a like, give us a smiley face, leave an emoji or something. Share it with your girlfriend, then have her share it with all her friends or something. Share it with people. That was the point. What was that?
And if any of them are single, they can hit me up on Twitter.
That was the point. Just share it. Just share the video if you get a chance. We'll see you guys later though. Soon to be Breaking Ground is coming. Whenever Casey finally watches it, I'm gonna act like I watched it because I have. I promise.
He has.
I promise. I promise I watched it. But we'll see you guys later. Hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.